What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. I'm
Yes,
your
sir.
host, Tyrus Wilson. I'm here with Kalani Bugs, and we're going to be talking about the beatdown, the horrible, horrible beatdown between the Buffalo Bills and my Washington Commanders. It was not even close. 30, what was it, 37-3?
37-3.
Yeah, I did not expect that outcome. I did expect us to lose this game, but I did not expect a blowout. Sam Howell, 4 picks. you know, multiple turnovers. That Buffalo Bills defense, one of the best in the league. Josh Allen, he's gonna do what he does. But what were your thoughts on that game, bro?
Man, to be honest, that game was brutal. I feel like, I mean, obviously, I was happy. That's my team, of course. Go Buffalo. But I feel like for the Commanders, it was bad. I mean, it felt good for me because I was hearing throughout the week a lot of trash talk. I was hearing a lot of, they're not going to do anything. Oh, we're scared. All these different things like that led up to it. And when I watched the game from start to finish, it was a beat down from jump. I knew from the first quarter it was going to be bad. Like, and it was. I'm not even talking about our offense. Our defense was crazy. It's like you said earlier, just now. Our defense. I think even if our offense didn't do anything, our defense would have won us the game regardless. I think it did win us the game, but we didn't necessarily need our offense to do much. That's why if you look at Josh Allen's stat line, he threw for 218 yards, threw a TD, ran for 1 TD, he threw a pick, you know, mistake. But I think his stats, those are good stats. Those are really good stats for a quarterback. But I do think that wasn't his best. Obviously, we know, and I'm saying that because for him, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, like those type of quarterbacks, a different tier. They do better than this, but I think he didn't have to do much this game because of his defense. But I think we put the league on notice. Like I said, we're the best team in the league. We make our mistakes, but I'm riding with them to to the wheels fall off. So yeah, how do you feel about it though? What do you think? What do you why do you think you guys lost? Is what I'm asking.
Well, before I get to that, I was gonna say I agree with you wholeheartedly on the point that you made. Like the defense just straight dominated from the jump, and I could tell it was gonna be a bad game because you know our offensive line is just so bad, and this is probably like the first team we've played where you're facing an elite defense. So I knew
Mm-hmm.
we were gonna have a tough game, and then also Josh Allen, the offense. What's scary is they blew us out, and they weren't even clicking on all cylinders. Like
That's
they,
and that was my thing. That was my whole thing. I couldn't even get to that yet. I'm sorry to cut you off, by the way. I think that because when I was watching the game, don't get me wrong, they played good as a team overall, but the defense looked better than the offense, and the offense it just wasn't. I don't know. It was something off about it. It wasn't like you said, they weren't clicking. And I think we're obviously gonna bounce back in terms of the offense as a whole because we don't really look like that usually. But I do think that, like you said, the offense didn't look how Buffalo offense looks normally, which is dominant from start to finish. So, but yeah, I think that's the scary part. Like you said, if we get it going from jump, I think it's over for everybody in the league. I mean, we blew y'all out, of course, but and that's the thing. Like you said, our offense wasn't clicking. So once we get going from jump, offense and defense on both sides of the ball throughout the game, I think we're the best team in the league. So
I believe it. I believe it. You know, for those who don't know, I have the Buffalo Bills as my pick for Super Bowl champions this year. It's a bold take, but I'm gonna take it. And I really feel like the Bills are that team where it's like if they put it all together, if they're fully healthy, if they're clicking on all cylinders, they're dominating. They're dominating. The only team that can stand a chance with them is probably Miami, who they play this week, and I can't wait to see that game.
gonna be a big one.
And obviously the 49ers.
Yeah, I think our only competition in the AFC right now is Miami. Miami's looking really scary right now in terms of offense, but I don't think I think we're gonna beat Miami for my reasons, but like for my own reasons. But we'll see when that happens. But in terms of the NFC, like you said, the 49ers are like the only team that I'm really scared of. I'm not really scared of the Eagles. I'm not scared of the Cowboys, of course. Cowboys, they do what they do. They do good, and then they get to the playoffs, then they choke. But
For real.
you know, the Giants not scared of them. Commanders, they're doing solid, but they're not a threat. You saw what we just did to them. So I think we really have a chance this year, and I think Josh Allen getting that Super Bowl MVP this year.
For sure. That would be great. That would be great. I'm a Josh Allen fan. it was just tough to see him dismantle my defense like that. Like watching the game, I was really thinking like the first drive. I cut the game on, and I'm like, I see you guys, doing good. You're rolling down the field. You get the field goal, and I'm like, okay, the defense is going to do solid this game. I thought we were going to do at least solid, be solid. But we got the one pick, Kendall Fuller. I feel like the defense was trying. They were trying, and I think that, like, even what I said, like y'all weren't clicking on all cylinders, but we're still able to put up the 37. And I think in large part that's due to the fact that no matter how many chances that our defense gave to the offense, times where we were able to hold you guys to field goals, offense would come out there, give the ball right back. 4 picks.
Definitely. Yep.
And I'm gonna stand 10 toes for Sam Howell. Like a lot of people want to switch up on him. I'm still 100%, all in on Sam Howell. But I feel like a lot of the credit as far as why we lost this game so badly was given to Eric Bieniemy as the offensive coordinator. And I feel like you can pass the blame. Really, we didn't have any players who played their best in this game. Outside of like Kendall Fuller, Brian Robinson, everybody played horrible. Everybody.
Yeah, I feel like blame could go anywhere. Blame could go all around. They could be like it's the offensive coordinator, the head coach, the quarterback, it's the defense, it's the receiver. You could say anything. The blame could go out to anywhere. But to be honest, like you said, everybody had a fault in it. Nobody really had a great game for you guys. I liked the way Brian Robinson played. He was balling. He was still. I mean, they were losing, but he was still putting up yards. He was still trying to like do something. But Sam Howell throwing 4 interceptions, throwing 4 picks, that's not going to win you games. So he has to clean that up. I know he's still new. People are still calling him, he's basically a rookie. I'm hearing that a lot. But I do think that I think that he's a pretty solid quarterback. I think our defense is just it's just elite. And when you play an elite defense, you're not really used to that. These things happen. So I think he's gonna bounce back. Not really a Commanders fan, but I do watch Sam Howell from time to time. So I do think 170 yards, 4 picks, that's not gonna happen again. Unless I don't unless they play against like another like the Jets or something like another solid like defensive team. But because
It could
that
happen this week.